So here's what you're gonna need to get started with this replacement. So first, I'm gonna start by disassembling the cartridge. I'm using Pokemon Silver, a Game Boy Color game, but this will work for any game that requires a battery, which is typically used to store their saves and things like that. So I actually just got in the mail the game bit. I believe it was like a 3 point something. I'll show it directly, or I already did at the screen, so you can see. But yeah, just you can literally just use the bit itself. I didn't need like a driver or anything, just twisted it out. All right, perfect. Okay, so I'm gonna have to slide this towards myself, and then we're right on the board. So we have the battery exposed, and that's the old battery. It's not saving anymore, so most likely this battery is dead. Otherwise, there may be another issue with it. So this is what I'm going to do: is take my soldering iron, heat it up, and then remove the. We'll basically remove it. Just pry up the battery while I'm heating it up. I'll kind of show you what I'm using in just one moment. And also be very careful when using these tools. I had it around like 300 degrees when I was doing it. So yeah, once I'm heating it up, I pry it up with my tweezers that have a ceramic tip so they don't trip any wires or anything. And then there's my solder as well. You lay some fresh to kind of essentially like do a new coat, and you also kind of want to make it flat. All right, so and then now I got the battery off. I did the same thing to the other side, heating it up while I pry it off. And now on one of the tutorials I saw, they recommended heating up the solder again and flattening it, so it'll make it easier for when you lay the new battery. So as you see, I'm just trying to make it as flat as possible. You don't want it to gulp up and like kind of make a pyramid kind of shape. So I'm just trying to flatten it, spread it out as much as possible. And this thing is really hot. You got to be careful. Using gloves, using eye protectors. Just using like goggles and things like that to protect your eye will make a huge difference. I'm also doing this on my silicone work pad, so there is definitely tools that you're gonna need for this. I know some people actually don't use the tools and they will literally just tape the battery down, but we got to get it how we live. We got to do it the right way. So we got the battery off, and boom, here's the new one. So one thing I want to point out is I did it wrong when I first did it, and that's why it wasn't working. I just need to switch how I have the orientation. As you can see, the upper part won't stick down. That's why. And then here's the test of it working. Before, it wasn't saving at all. I was getting so mad, but boom, here's continue. And I'm also just gonna do a save right here. So now I can actually finally play Pokemon Silver, which is the most exciting part. Before I couldn't at all. So I'm really glad this worked. Let me show you guys the save real quick so you believe me. But it's the internet, you never believe people. That's how it kind of goes. And yeah, this is SRPG Plus, you guy Kappa Kai. Wanted to do an evergreen video that could help people out. Peace out.